Guten Tag, Berlin. Thanks for having us here. Thanks, Oleg, and thanks, CryptoBazar and InvestBazar, that you invited us. So, next slide, please. We will push the start button. In a galaxy far, far away, next slide, we began the first business. In 2013, we are equal to InvestBazar. We began our business on a room, something like Tatooine. Who is from Moscow? Who knows Chertanovo? Raise a hand, please. So the Chertanovo region, next slide, please, was our first year. In the same galaxy in 2014, we met another guy in the team, and we began to grow our business. And then we met investors. Next slide. So in 2014 and 16, I'm a little bit nervous, so I'll walk around. We continue the growth. We continue the growth 4 times, 10 times, and 2 times in 2016. And the team grows also. Next slide. So how is it possible? Who saw the game? Raise a hand, please. Who saw the game, Germany versus Chile? You know the result? Why Germany won? Why did Germany won? Because they had the system, Our business is based on the best in the world Salesforce ERP CRM platform. That's designing all the attacks, all the sales, all the marketing, all the tech marketing, all the finance, all the manufacturing operation, and pay attention that the coach still stays where he has to stay, the CEO. He doesn't go out. So next slide, please. He sees all the field. The real life here's the real life. This is our factory. Well, the picture is slapped a little bit, so this is the workshop. This is the whole area. It's the real factory. We own it for 4 years. So there are the products here. And that's the main thing. We saw the opportunity. Russia is here. The world is here. So that's the first thing we made. The business works. Next slide. So every year, that's not the most interesting part of the story. Every year we had a Jedi Council, to analyze the business. So how does it work? Next slide. This is a funny picture of what we done. We designed the line according to quality principles to show where the good deals are and where the bad deals are. And here are the Jedis, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and bad guys. So next slide. All this is according to the flow of the organization principle by lean management. Next slide. So here is some text. I will skip it. Next slide. We used lean principles and use it still, and gamification principle. That's how GAMITY did appear. Gamification plus quality. Next slide. So here are some few slides about the GAMITY. It appeared in 2016. Here are some words about me. My name is Anver, by the way, so it's written here somewhere. I have a good experience in SGS, Sango Bank Group, and Mekon's business. So next slide, please. And here you see the team. Don't worry about this slide. There will be some details about what does it mean. Next slide. The roadmap of that project is about 2 years. So we started in 2016. And with that project, we came to CryptoBazar. Next slide, please. So we saw the market much, much, much bigger than the composite market. And that's how we decided to go for the ICO. Next slide. So every business actually, doesn't matter what do, they have certain KPIs, like health points, weapon range, and management. Next slide. We understood what it is to develop a system to rule any company in the world by gamification. Next slide. The most important thing is what happens tomorrow. This all works today, but what happens tomorrow? Next slide. We will see centralized system facing decentralized systems by blockchain. HP will be substituted by health points and magical points. And that's when the force awakens. That's what we think, and that's what we know. The ICO, next slide. The ICO calendar, which is happening right now, is amazing. Who knows what's happening with ICO? Raise a hand, please. Okay, one hand, thanks. Next slide, final slides. These are the companies which are already based in Russia, known worldwide. For example, Circoin, MobileGo, Steemit, Golos, and Waves. And next slide. Don't please pay attention to the old school businesses. That's the regular way to earn money. We think that it's better to start investing in ICOs. Next slide. So we have a big roadmap prepared.
Anver,
Okay, thanks. So this is the final slide. GAMITY.io already works, so you may pay attention to the roadmap. We are gathering 0.25 million for the pre-ICO period. So this roadmap is designed very carefully. We are not in a hurry. It's more like education and art. And we hope to gain the maximum capacity of 9.7 million in the ICO period. And the final slides are about the team and the experts we are working on hard together. Next slide, please, the final one. Strategic partners are worldwide. Gamification expert Yukai Cho, Salesforce people, Sangoban people, they all support us. And we work together with Golos Blockchain, with Salesforce Consulting in Russia.
Anver, we are way up.
Okay,
we're way up. Thanks.
Dankeschön, danke.
Thanks very much, yes. Yeah, in order to save time, let's just go to questions, right?
Anver, I like Star Wars very well, and I like your reference to it.
Thanks.
But sorry for my stupid question. What you are selling? I didn't guess.
Okay, so the thing is actually that we sell, we are preparing an ICO for 2 projects. So this was shown in the roadmap, and of course 3 minutes is too small period to explain everything. That's why I would address you, could you please pick the previous slide or the next slide with GAMITY.io. Everything will be showed here. We develop a token model according to ICO principles where you will own a factory and you will follow it in a gamified way as an investor. So we want to sell the business part in the ready production that I was showing in the beginning and in the gamification platform that we attach to it as an upgrade. So it's a combination of two components.
Once again?
The slides were very quick, so what you're looking for?
Well, we are looking for your support during our ICO campaign that is going to start on the 27th of July when the CryptoBazar finishes. And we want you to follow. We would be glad if you follow the ideas that we show here on the website.
More questions? Just to rephrase, Anver, I mean, honestly, it was even hard for me, although I went through some of the projects that, I mean, beforehand. Again, you're selling a gamification model or, I don't know, approach to various companies that can apply this gamification model for their businesses. Is that right?
That's the second part, yes. The GAMITY itself will be selling real products like Circoin, for example, project, and additionally, it will sell gamification software to the clients as a B2B sales. So it will be diversified.
Okay, I see. Any more questions?
You mean the companies?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Quite confused, yeah.
Yes, yeah, thanks for questions. According to what you asked before, we have a legal entity in Russia that operates for you. Mm-hmm.
The question is, if you think, for example, I was doing the lemonade and the example was the Pepsi Cola. What is your Pepsi Cola?
Our Pepsi
Cola.
Cola.
Understand, I'm sorry, but Google or Amazon?
You want a comparison? To compare it, it's a very, very niche product, gamification. It's not worldwide known. It's a concept that we sell. It's not very, very well known in Russia, in the Soviet Union, but the world market, it's about $40 billion already. So the first thing we sell is gamification ideas designed as a platform. So it's a $40 billion market. It's a worldwide market, worldwide market. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're short. I mean, thank you, Anver. Yes, we're expecting the marks from you, and thank you for your presentation. Dear experts, your votes? 4. Thank you.